Well, ever since I was a little girl, I loved little tiny things. I loved little dolls, little animals. I grew up in apartments, so that's the only kind of pet we could have were gerbils, hamsters. I just love little things, and I used to make clothes for them. I just liked recreating this small fantasy world for these little animals of mine. So that's kind of what inspired this ornament, was to kind of create that fantasy child world again. The idea of putting them into cookie cutters, I also love to bake. I have my grandmother's old aluminum cookie cutters. So that kind of inspired me too. I thought, well, it'd be really cool to like create a scene inside these old cookie cutters. This was actually based on an ornament that was not considered to be a series. And this is the ornament, and it's a little mouse inside a star-shaped cookie cutter. Anyway, they didn't make very many of these. I think only like 2,000 or something. And they sold really well, and people loved it. So based on the popularity of this ornament, they decided, well, we should make this a series. So I was like, yay, because I have lots of ideas for it. So anyway, that's how the first in the series came into being. This guy is in a little Christmas tree cookie cutter, and he's sledding down a icing hill, and he's on a little ice cream sandwich with candy cane runners. There's lollipop trees and ice cream cone mountains and gumdrop and chocolate little bushes and things. Anyway, he's having a grand time. I sculpt by hand. I'm kind of one of the dinosaurs, and I still sculpt in clay. I think I'm the only one in the studio who does. Most of the other artists sculpt in either wax or do it digitally. And actually, part of this ornament was done digitally. I gave a drawing to one of our production design artists, Orville Wilson, and he made the cookie cutter shape for me digitally, and then we output it, and then I sculpted in clay inside. I use dental tools and handmade tools and magnifiers, and it's you have to have a lot of patience. But I love it. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to give any hints, but I just finished sculpting the second in the series, and it's another little mouse. It's always going to be a little mouse, and he is in a heart shape, and it has something to do with writing a letter to Santa. So I don't know if I can say that, but I did, so there you go.